Have you ever felt like you're living in an invisible loop? You wake up in the morning, rush to work, grind for 8 to 10 hours, come home with an exhausted body and a familiar question: am I truly living or just merely existing? You try, you work hard, but success always seems to go to someone else, not you. You're not stupid. You're not lazy. The problem isn't you. It's the way you've been programmed to think about success. And that's exactly why this video exists. Because over 100 years ago, there was a man who dedicated his entire life to answering the very question you're struggling with today. Why do some people become wildly successful while the majority continue to struggle endlessly? That man was Napoleon Hill. You may have heard his name. Maybe you've seen the book, Think and Grow Rich, on someone's shelf. But if you've never truly sat down, reflected, and understood his teachings, then you haven't really understood how success works. Napoleon Hill didn't write books just to sell millions of copies. He wrote as part of a mission given to him by Andrew Carnegie, one of the world's first billionaires. To discover the timeless formula for success, Hill interviewed over 500 of the greatest minds in history: Edison, Ford, Rockefeller, and from those conversations, he distilled 16 unshakable principles, what he later called the law of success. In this video, we're not going to talk about dream big or believe in yourself. We're going to break down each part of the law of success in a clear, practical way you can apply starting today. Because if you're ready to rise, not just dream, then this is where it all begins. You know, there's a truth that rarely gets mentioned. No one ever teaches us how to succeed. Through all the years we sit in school, we're taught how to solve quadratic equations, memorize chemical formulas, but no one ever asks, what's the goal of your life? Who do you want to become? Or, how will you turn that into reality? That's why Napoleon Hill and his law of success became so incredibly important. In 1908, Andrew Carnegie, the steel magnate and one of the richest men in history, asked a bold question to a young, ambitious man named Hill. If success could be reduced to a formula, would you be willing to devote your entire life to uncovering it? And Hill said yes. He began a journey that spanned over 20 years, researching, interviewing, and analyzing hundreds of the greatest minds in history: Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Alexander Graham Bell, Theodore Roosevelt, John D. Rockefeller. Not to write their biographies, but to understand how they thought, how they made decisions, how they overcame failure and rose to the top. The result wasn't a book filled with dry theory. It was a map, a system of 16 foundational principles that create lasting, sustainable success. Hill called it the law of success. So why does this matter so much? Because the law of success isn't just for entrepreneurs. It's for anyone with a dream who wants to rise above average, a student who wants to excel, an employee who wants to grow, a father who wants to build a future for his children. These 16 principles are not just motivational quotes, they are mental tools, the building blocks of a successful mindset. From defining a clear purpose, definite chief aim, nurturing unwavering belief, faith, practicing autosuggestion, acquiring specialized knowledge, to mastering planning, decisiveness, persistence, and overcoming fear, it's all part of the system. And here's the remarkable part. Every one of these can be learned. You don't have to be a born genius. You just need to be willing to change how you think, change how you act, and in doing so, change your life's outcomes. In the next sections, we'll dive into each principle, not just the theory, but also how to apply it in your daily life. Are you ready to begin the journey of mastering your life with these 16 principles of success? Principles 1-5. 1. Definite chief aim. Every great success begins with one simple question: what do I truly want? Most people don't fail because they're incapable. They fail because they don't know where they're going. They live by the motto, go with the flow, or take it as it comes. But success never happens by accident. It is the result of clarity, clear, specific, and powerful direction. Napoleon Hill called this your definite chief aim, your ultimate goal. Not just I want to be rich or I want to be happy, but I want to have 5 billion in 7 years through what path, why it matters to me, and what I'm willing to exchange for it. The moment you define this, your brain starts working like a radar. Opportunities begin to show up. The right people begin to appear. Because now you know what you're looking for. 2. Faith. Setting a goal is not enough. You need something stronger. Faith. Faith isn't about waiting for miracles. It's an inner commitment that I will achieve this no matter the circumstances. Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Ford was ridiculed when he spoke of cars for the masses. But they all had one thing in common: unshakable belief in themselves. Hill believed that faith can be built through repetition, visualization, and daily auto-suggestion. And the best part? You don't need to believe right away. You just need to start planting the seed. 3. Auto-suggestion. Just like muscles, the mind needs training. And the most powerful training tool is self-talk. What are you telling yourself every day? I'm not good enough, or I'm getting better every day. These words, even when unconscious, are programming you into the person you're becoming. Hill gives clear guidance. Write down your goal. Read it aloud every morning and night. Visualize achieving it. Feel the success as if it has already happened. This isn't magic. This is subconscious programming. And the subconscious is the most powerful engine you have. 4. Specialized knowledge. Want to succeed? You don't need to know everything. You just need to go deep in one thing and master it. Hill made a clear distinction. General knowledge is cheap, Google has it. But specialized knowledge, the kind that creates real value, is an asset. Pick a field. Find great mentors. Learn from books, from experience, from failure. Never stop learning. The wealthy keep learning not for diplomas, but because they know. Knowledge is power when applied. 5. Imagination. Every great achievement starts with an idea, and ideas come from imagination. Hill divided imagination into 2 types. Creative imagination, when you invent something entirely new. Synthetic imagination, when you combine old ideas into something fresh. Success requires imagining what doesn't yet exist, to see your future reality while your present is still unclear. Imagination is the bridge between reality and possibility. The more you dare to imagine, the more you expand the limits of what's possible. These first 5 principles form the foundation, helping you define your direction, build inner strength, and activate your full potential. In the next section, we'll move into action where planning, decision, and environment begin to turn your mindset into reality. Principle number 6, imagination. Successful people don't just repeat old formulas, they create new ones through imagination. Imagination is the birthplace of every million-dollar idea. Napoleon Hill once wrote, "All great achievements begin with a flash of imagination." The world's top entrepreneurs, from Steve Jobs to Elon Musk, used imagination to envision a future others couldn't yet see. So don't limit yourself to your current reality. Give yourself permission to dream big, to sketch a vision far beyond the present, and then take action to turn imagination into real assets. Principle number 7, organized planning. A dream without a plan is just a fantasy. Hill emphasized, your plan doesn't need to be perfect, but you must have one, and that's where you start. Write down every step you need to take. Allocate your time, resources, and track your progress. Successful people don't just wing it. They do the right thing at the right time. Remember, every minute you spend planning saves you hours of struggle later. Principle number 8, decision. Indecision is the greatest enemy of success. The wealthiest and most successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly, only with strong reason. Are you putting off a decision because you're afraid of being wrong? Don't forget, not deciding is also a decision, and often it's the wrong one. Train yourself to make firm decisions, even in small things. Over time, you'll build unshakable confidence and a bold, action-oriented mindset. Principle number 9, persistence. No one succeeds without falling down. The difference? They don't quit. Hill called persistence the willpower muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. When you face obstacles, ask yourself, is this a reason to quit or a chance to prove I'm serious? Remind yourself why you started. Hold on to that reason. And keep moving forward, even slowly, as long as you don't stop. Principle number 10, the power of the mastermind. No one succeeds alone. Hill emphasized that a group of people with positive thinking and a shared goal creates an incredible force of collective intelligence. Choose your companions wisely. They could be friends, colleagues, mentors, or the communities you join. You don't need to know everything. You just need a team that knows what you don't. When brilliant minds come together, magic happens. Principle number 11. Learning from defeat. Failure is not the end. It's life's most valuable classroom. Napoleon Hill once said, "Every adversity, every failure, every heartbreak carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit." Successful people don't avoid failure. They face it, reflect on it, and learn from it. If you failed, don't ask, "Why did this happen to me?" Ask, "What is this teaching me so I can come back stronger?" Your ability to rebuild your spirit after failure is what defines who you are and how far you'll go. Principle number 12. Initiative. Success doesn't wait for you to feel inspired. It's the result of consistent, proactive action. Hill emphasized, wealthy and successful people don't wait to be told what to do. They rise on their own, set their own goals, and create their own opportunities. Whether it's sending an email, pitching an idea, or starting a small project, take action even when no one's cheering you on. Every time you take initiative, you build the image of a leader, and life responds with opportunities that match your energy. Principle number 13. Concentration. Success doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from doing one thing with absolute focus. Hill taught, thought becomes power when it is focused on a single objective. In an age of distraction, focus is a competitive advantage. Choose one big goal and pour your time, energy, and intellect into it. Ignore the noise, because focus is the catalyst behind every lasting achievement. Principle number 14. Positive mental attitude. Given the same situation, a negative mind sees obstacles, while a positive mind sees opportunity. Hill believed, positive thinking isn't self-deception, it's choosing to focus on what you can do rather than what you can't. Your mind is soil, what you plant is what will grow. Plant hope, gratitude, and purposeful action, and you'll reap meaningful results. A positive attitude won't change the world instantly, but it will change you. And you can change the world. Principle number 15. Self-discipline. You can't master life if you can't master yourself. Hill asserted, discipline is the foundation of all lasting success. When you become disciplined with your time, your emotions, and your habits, you begin building a solid structure for greatness. You don't have to do everything perfectly. But if today you can win a small battle against yourself, you've already won more than most out there. Principle number 16. Overcoming fear. In the end, what holds us back isn't circumstance, it's fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough. Napoleon Hill identified 6 basic fears, and all of them can be conquered through knowledge, action, and belief. Don't avoid fear, face it. Ask, is this fear real or just a shadow I created in my mind? The more you walk through fear, the stronger you become. Eventually, fear becomes just a memory, no longer a barrier. You've just walked through the 16 core principles from Napoleon Hill's Law of Success. Each principle is a link in a chain, and when connected, they form a complete blueprint for the life you truly desire. This isn't just knowledge, it's a compass you can start using today. A clear and definite desire, an unshakable belief, a specific actionable plan, a group of like-minded allies, a persistent spirit that overcomes fear, failure, and even yourself. You don't need to apply all 16 at once. Start with one principle that resonates with your current life and take action now. Even a small step brings you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Remember, successful people aren't always the smartest, they're simply the ones who take action consistently and never give up. Now it's your turn. Drop a comment below. Which principle will you start with in the next 30 days? Or if you've already practiced one of these and seen real results, share your story to inspire others. If you found this video helpful, like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, because I'll be launching the 30-Day Success Mindset Challenge, where we won't just learn, we'll take action together. And finally, never forget this. You weren't born to live a dull, average life. You were born to make your mark. And that journey starts with one decision right now.